Welcome to the GodShow.us Daily! Alright, I have my contract right here, and it says, and I am reading it carefully. It says I am paid to announce. It does not say anything about announcing a question that makes me personally re-examine my own marriage and my in-laws' boat, and whether I deserve to be on that boat. I want a renegotiation, but in the meantime, one question. 15 wisdom traditions, 0 deeds of title. Let's go.
The GodShow.us is a free daily multilingual project where one user's question gets answered through 15 wisdom traditions. Find today's question, ask your own, and discover your belief profile at thegodshow.us. Today's question, if your whole family wins at cards and you married into it, does the luck belong to you yet? To answer honestly, you might have to give up the comfortable delay. The feeling that belonging is still incoming, that the deed is in the mail. You might have to decide tomorrow morning whether you're playing your hand or waiting for permission to pick it up. If your whole family wins at cards and you married into it, does the luck belong to you yet? Zen Buddhism goes in first for me, and not gently. It points at the assumption buried in the question, that luck is property, that belonging is a transfer of title, like a house closing. And then it asks, whose luck was it before they married in? Because somebody, somewhere up that family tree, also sat down at a table where everyone else already knew how to shuffle. The door has been open for years. You just keep checking to see if it's locked.
That's clean, but Stoicism makes a harder move. It doesn't just say the lock isn't real, and it says the luck was never theirs either. Fortune disperses at death, reconstitutes as nothing. Their head start is cosmically irrelevant. So the only question left is what you're doing with your hands right now, today, at this specific table. Clarifying if you're ready to hear it. A slow burn if you've been holding your cards for a while.
Judaism disagrees with both of them on the framing. It doesn't ask who the luck belongs to. It asks who showed up. The Talmudic move is the person who learns the blessing over wine, who washes the dishes after, who stays when the hand goes cold. Akiva would say that person is the family now. Luck is in blood. It's the one who salts the meat, which is almost a farmer's market version of the question. You don't inherit the best peaches by bloodline, you earn them by showing up at the stall every week.
Islam goes somewhere completely different. Rizq, your provision, was written before you drew your first breath, not assigned to the bloodline, not to the family table. To you, the specific soul. The Prophet's ascension past the 7th heaven. He carried no family name into that proximity. Luck doesn't migrate through marriage because it was never at the family address. It was always going to find its vessel. Profoundly comforting if you wanted release from the audition, deflating if you wanted credit for the marriage itself.
The pop culture oracle sent us a talking head confession with a fluorescent hum, and it went straight to Michael Scott putting his foot through the jello to retrieve his stapler, convinced the prank was about the stapler. The whole point being, the office had already accepted him as theirs. He just hadn't noticed. Nobody slides the deed across the table. You just start owning the room, or you don't. Sufism takes this further and blows the whole premise up. There's no yours. The luck was never the family's either. You are not the player across the table. You are the table. I find that either liberating or deeply unhelpful at an actual card game. Buddhism's image is still with me. The hand tightening around the winning card, knuckles going pale. That tightening isn't the winning. It's the start of the loss. If you take that one step further, the question answers itself. The hand that finally relaxes and just plays, that hand already owns the table. Tomorrow's question is waiting.
All right, I have now reviewed the contract, and I am adding a clause. Hazard pay for questions about inheritance, belonging, and whether a man who married into a lucky family is owed anything by the cosmos. My agent will be hearing about this. Meanwhile, the GodShow.us is a free daily multilingual show, and the only way it keeps coming is if you subscribe, share it, or head to thegodshow.us to support the project. TheGodShow.us would like to thank our sponsor, Typeset.us. When generic web typography is letting you down, refine your work for free using Typeset.us. And thanks to dyorkmusic.com for our dark rock intro tune. The table has been set. The cards have been dealt. Nobody slid a deed across anything. See you tomorrow for our take on the God Show's question of the day.